Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit about combating loneliness. And as we head into our golden years, and many of us are empty nesters and are dealing with, a change in our life, or maybe we have more time, which can be a beautiful blessing. But some people really struggle with being lonely in their later years, middle-aged years. And so a couple of tips that I'm hoping might be helpful to you. One would be taking a class. So one of the great things about taking a class is actually taking a class physically, where you're around other human beings and you can make friends while you're actually learning a new skill. But part of it is just the social aspect of taking a class. Another thing that you can do is to attend a meetup. So depending on where you live, there's usually various activities that you can go and be part of, whether that is a hiking meetup or a cooking meetup or some sort of business skills that you're learning. It's not so much important what it is that the meetup is about, but just getting out of your house, putting on clothes, if you're a woman, putting on your makeup, doing your hair, and having a reason to sort of, get out of your own environment and switch things up. So, go to a meetup. And by the way, if you don't find a meetup that you like, start a meetup. I've done that, right? So, start a meetup about something. It could be about art, it could be about hiking, find something that speaks to you, and then create a meetup and use Eventbrite and Meetup and Facebook as a way to promote it and meet other people with similar interests so that you can make new friends. Another thing you could do is you can go on a tour. And so even when you live in a city for a long time, or you're new to a city, you're not necessarily learning everything about that city or enjoying it as a tourist. And seeing your city, your village, your town with fresh eyes as a tourist. If there aren't a lot of tours in the area that you live, you could probably find something on Airbnb Experiences as an example, or TripAdvisor, or one of these websites, and you could look up different tours that are available. It might be some sort of cooking experience, or some kind of, restaurant, restaurant meetup, something that you could do with other people. So that could be a fun way to go try new food. And being a single person in a tour, it's not unexpected, right? So it's not like you're traveling to another country and it's a big deal. You're just going on a tour for a couple hours, maybe a walking tour, something in your city. So that's one way you can sort of get fresh perspective on where you're living. And then another thing is to focus on yourself. So find something that is self-care related. Now, I really love going to the gym, and I find going to the gym and getting out of the house and doing something for me physically on my body is something that I really enjoy. However, not everyone enjoys going to the gym or is in that season in their life where they want to really put themselves out there at the gym and lift weights. And that's fine if that's not your thing. Maybe it's go get a manicure. Maybe it's get your hair done. Maybe it's go get a massage. Something for yourself physically that makes you feel good in your skin. So just give yourself the grace to appreciate the body that you're in and that you've made it this far. The last thing I want to mention is counting your blessings or being grateful. And there are times in my life where I was really lost, and I felt really upset with my circumstances, even though someone on the outside would look at my circumstances and say, how can you possibly be upset at where you're at? But when you're in it, that's where you're in. That's what you're dealing with, give yourself a break. But one of the ways I would get myself out of that depression was I would actually list out, I would find at least 10 items, and I would say out loud, I am so grateful that, I am so grateful that I live by the beach. I am so grateful that I have a housekeeper that cleans my house. I'm so grateful that I get to go to a mall or a shopping center and buy whatever I want, right? Who knows what it is for you, but be grateful and practice saying it out loud or writing it down so that you actually put a material value to those things. And then by the time you've done 10 of those, you're probably going to feel a lot better about where you are in life. So those are my tips for avoiding being lonely and feeling better about where you are in your journey. This is a great season that we are in. We probably have more time in our life and more blessings, and it really helps to take a moment, breathe, and enjoy where we're at. Thanks for listening.